Good afternoon, this is Steve with Born Again Torinos, and I am in my phone booth. If anybody knows where there's a door for one of these, I got this, and it doesn't have the door because they were doing that whole remove all doors because of handicap business, and well, they threw them away, I think. So I've been looking for a while, so if you know of one, I just wanted to give you an update on this car. I went to the junkyard the other day, and because there was a 76 Gran Torino 4-door at the junkyard, so I raced up there, and well, I wasn't the first person to get to it, so the front clip was missing, and the tail lights and trim and all that stuff, so I grabbed what I could. I did get climate control for air, an air car. I got a wiper switch. Because this dash is cracked in 4 places. So I picked up this dash pad with no cracks. And since the back of this seat is crispy, I picked up a back seat. So there's no rips whatsoever in the back seat from the sun. And I took trim off, and I was very pleasantly surprised to see when I took the lights out, not one speck of rust, nowhere. And I can't say that I see that very often. No rust in the taillight housings. I'm very impressed with that. Look at that. It's awesome. But I wanted to show you what I usually run into. Look at this taillight harness. Look at all the monkeyed wires. All the weirdness. And look at that. This is supposed to have clear bulbs. 2 amber and a blue? Really? Blue? Who does that? Blue. I took out that sight shield that was broken. I think I have an extra that I can put in there, but it was very stiff and very brittle. Took out the side trim, which was in rough shape. It had a million screws where they just drilled right through the vinyl strip and into the quarter panel, and they did the same on the door. Just drilled it right through to the door to keep the trim on. I'm trying to remember what I shared with you last. So if I repeat myself, I'm sorry. I didn't go back and check the video to see what I already talked about. But the floor in the trunk, which was pretty nice. It had some surface scale on it. So sanded that. And this is a fresh coat, and it's still wet. POR 15, and it is just awesome paint, and we'll check it tomorrow. And it is a plastic paint. It seals, and if it's not compromised, it should never rust in a certain spot again. And since these are notorious for leaking into the trunk, I always put in, well, I try to always remember, see that hole there? I put in a drain hole there, and over here in the low spots, in case it ever leaks or for whatever reason, it will drain out. And I did it before I painted it, so the hole is coated with POR 15. The only rust I found was right here. Pretty small. That's the only rust I found in the whole car. And I went under the car, checked the floors. The floors look beautiful. I don't see one problem with the floors. So that's another bullet dodged. So I'm really, really impressed with so far the body. But it does have its share of dings and dents, which is so much better than rust. Another thing I always scavenge when I'm at the junkyard is when I see mid-70s Fords or Mercurys, especially four-doors, I grab the door locks because especially the back doors, they hardly got used as much as the front doors, so all the chrome on these plastic knobs is usually perfect. Like this, it looks brand new. So I swapped these out on both sides because they had an aftermarket lock on those, cover on the lock. And what else? Oh, I managed to get the back window from that four-door. So now I have an extra back window, which is, I haven't checked, but I don't know if they're available. They might be, but it's a factory OEM back window now that I have a backup for someday if I ever need one. Increase the hoard. Another thing I noticed, this was missing. Well, there was a hole here, and the wiper switch was missing. And that's one of the reasons I grabbed the wiper switch out of that four-door. And then when I got home, I started rooting around underneath, found the switch. What they had done is they had lost the knob and this chrome piece here, which threads on and holds the switch to the panel. So I tested it, the wipers worked fine. For whatever reason, they had it disconnected and laying there. So that is fixed. And the dome light, it just needed a bulb, so dome light's working. This does not have deluxe light package, so it only has one light instead of like the Bromes, which have lights everywhere under the hood and the trunk and at your feet and map lights and all that. So that is that. I don't know if I have anything else to say. I think that's it. I'm going to be doing jamming the trunk and painting the trunk, getting that done. Then I'll probably move on to the door jams, get those done. I may do the under the hood next instead of the doors, and get that all done. And took the side lights out because I have a dent to fix here. Oh, and this will be a nice video for later. Get a load of how much Bondo is in here. I'm not going to pull it off now, but all of this, you can see it swelling. This piece here, which is that big, is all Bondo, and it's cracked and it's lifting out. So we'll be pulling that off, and then I'm going to have to grind all that off, fix whatever dent was there, and redo it, make it look perfect. And what else? I think that's about it. I probably forgot something, but I just wanted to share that with you, kind of a little update, and the good but bad find out at the junkyard. Wish I'd been there first. Oh, the parts. So it probably had wheel lip molding and side rockers and all that gone. I bet you someone got them, and they're probably on eBay right now. And oh, there was also I wanted the back bumper, so it was gone. So someone really went over it and got it. So that's that. Anything else? I think that's it for now, guys. And I hope I'm not boring you to death. I've done so many of these. This is just, it kind of surprises me a little bit that you guys are interested in seeing this. So let me know if this just gets too boring. But we'll hit it up on the next video. And I'm going to have to walk around the car. First I got to dust it off and then circle every ding so I know what I'm looking at. So when I go to it, I'll know exactly where to go. And I think that's it. Thanks for watching. This has been Steve with Born Again Torinos, and good night.